let's take a look at some statements and see why those things are true. Here's the first one. Here's the statement. 80 degrees equals 80 degrees. Now, why is that true? Well, it turns out that's nothing more than the reflexive property of equality. The reflexive property of equality, something equals itself. How about another statement? The segment AB is congruent to the segment CD, so the segment CD is congruent to the segment AB. Why is that true? Well, that's just an example of the symmetric property of congruence. That if A is congruent to B, then B is congruent to A. Symmetric property of congruence. Terrific. What else do I have for you? How about this one? Angle G is congruent to angle G. Well, again, that's nothing more than the reflexive property, but now the reflexive property of congruence. The reflexive property of congruence is the reason why that statement is true. And finally, check this one out. We have segment XY congruent to segment VW, and VW congruent to the segment AB, and so the conclusion is that XY is congruent to AB. Why is that true? Well, I have something congruent to something else, and the something else congruent to a third thing, and the conclusion is that the something is congruent to the third thing. That's an example of the transitive property of congruence. So there's an example of the transitive property of congruence, and you can see those various properties of equalities or congruences being employed to actually verify some of these statements. Proving things true, that's at the heart of all of mathematics. I'll see you soon.